YouTube, I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today, we're on GameFound, checking out a game I'm actually really curious to see what they're doing with because it is a massive box that is Labyrinth Chronicles. It's also the first ever, as far as I know, express crowdfunding campaign, which I covered on the Bauer Rides the News segment a little bit earlier because Jamie Stegmaier wrote about it. So I'm excited to see what that's all about, see if it's much ado about nothing. But this has raised 916,000 euros. That feels good. I mean, yeah, it feels good, right? I'm surprised it's not at 1 million, I guess, would be my first gut reaction, honestly. It did just launch 3 days ago, but I just feel like there's so many versions of Labyrinth and people, this super beloved game that, you know, it's available at Target and Walmart and a lot, well, I don't know if it's Walmart, but Target for sure. And not to crack 1 million, you know, I find that just a smidge bit surprising. And I wonder if it's just because the sticker shock potentially, because this box is going to be freaking huge. Ravensburger teaming up with Awaken Realms. New take on the all-time classic. Explore the 3D labyrinth and help the villagers. Not much meat there. Not much going on there. Not a lot. Not a lot. So all I see, big box. Hey, we're here. Check us out. Yeah. So 37,000 people. They have converted 5,600. Wow. See, now that I think is a much better main image. Like, I know they love their squares, but that rectangle right there, like all those boxes to explore and unlock that are going to make the labyrinth different every time as I progress. And then we have cool looking, beautiful cards and the nice looking miniatures. And they look like this shot looks great. Wow. As always with the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's see how they convince Kickstarter backers this time.
It was a night the fairy folk of Fairyvale will never forget. As the sun set, the dragon emerged from his den, not sleepy, not peaceful, but roaring with rage. In a single brutal rampage, he tore the village apart. The inn was shattered, homes left in ruins. And when silence finally returned, Fairyvale was broken.
So I feel like I like the fact they're showcasing the components here, but I feel like that could have been a little bit better done and more kind of focused on the components as you were taught. Like, what does the village look like that was getting destroyed or something? And the box is knocking over. That's nice, but it didn't fit there for me.
In the ashes of destruction, something was uncovered. A
Yeah,
labyrinth,
cool.
a shifting maze.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Like, now we're getting into it. It's like okay, making the maze
Filled with treasure and lurking dangers. Now the only hope of rebuilding Fairyvale lies within its moving walls.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Labyrinth Chronicles, a special anniversary edition created to celebrate 40 years of the legendary Labyrinth, reimagined as a modern cooperative adventure. In Chronicles, you will explore the maze together across a narrative campaign played over multiple games. Each journey into the labyrinth is different. The corridors shift, portals open, goblins interfere, and every decision matters. Recover powerful artifacts, bring resources back to the village, and rebuild Fairyvale piece by piece. Your progress changes the world. Your choices shape the story, and the adventure remains fully replayable. With stunning 3D components, cooperative gameplay, and classic modes included, Labyrinth Chronicles is both a return to a beloved legend and the beginning of something entirely new. The maze has awakened. Will you enter and help Fairyvale rise again?
Start off slow, but we got there. Do I want it? As a guy who has 3 kids, I do. I do most definitely want it. Men at work. Overkill. Great song. 1 million, but so it is over $1 million. Euros are just apparently kicking our butts. Okay, so it's over 1 million. Never mind. My initial reaction, strike it from the record. So here it is. The Express crowdfunding. It's $107. English, non-sun drop. Okay, I'm gonna guess this is the one that they're doing the most of. So 2 to 4 players, 20 minutes, ages 8 plus. Labyrinth, and this is Awaken Realms. So the can you do it aspect is really, do you expect GameFound to continue to function as normal? And if the answer is yes, then you expect them to do it because GameFound is Awaken Realms. Awaken Realms is GameFound, and yeah, they have a bunch of stuff that's out Let's, or not a bunch of stuff, but they have a couple things that are out. I'm not even going to go into it, but yes, the Can You Do It? I'm not worried about that aspect of it. Typically, I get into that, but it's really hard to do with Awaken Realms because just look at all the stuff that's like, this is what we're announced, and then this is what we did, and this is what yeah, okay. Actually, you know what? We shouldn't do that. We should not do that. What am I doing? Because the bottom line is, when's the last? So, what was the last big box they actually shipped out? Is the question. Which is the last one that's actually? Because I don't think it's Below the Asylum. I don't think it's the Agricola Special Edition. If not, then the people on my Facebook are failing me because I want to see those glorious pictures. Have people gotten this one? Comments. Hit it up. Attention for players and backers. The Dragon Eclipse project by AR has not been delivered for a long time despite earlier announcements, which is causing understandable frustration among supporters. I'm not judging the company's intentions, but the current situation shows that it is wise to be cautious when funding their future projects and to closely monitor how they fulfill their commitments to the community. Whoa, Watchdog! Love it. Why are these two sets of card sleeve listed for each version with different prices? So this one is a WTF, $211 for shipping. This is crazy. I'm not sure I want to continue with this. $211 for, like, you can get like a moped ship for that probably. I just ordered some Polish add-ons to the original Dragon Eclipse. I was considering, so this one's not out. Okay, so it's below out. I don't think it is. What do we got? Attention for players and backers. Wow, okay. 200 for the standard pledge is wild. Looks like 59 euros to me. Hello, the miniatures available in shop after campaign. Update soon. Could you please share a support email with me? I need to change the shipping address. So this one's not out yet either. Okay. Then Agricola. This one. I don't think it's out. I think I would have saw pictures. Hello. I don't find the shipping cost for the game in the project page. Maybe I missed it. Little bum. Guess I missed. The pledge manager. I don't know if I can. So yeah, this one's not out either. Okay. So what is the last? Because this is their creator projects. What was the last one that they shipped out? They've done more projects than this. Why doesn't it show it? That's interesting. I'm pretty sure all the other publishers who have numerous projects, when you go to their creator projects, show all their projects that they've done. That is let me run that one back, because that, okay, it's not there. Curious. Awaken Realms Game Found project. So we need one of them. Have they never done any other thing? No, they've done. Oh, is Tainted Grail? Yeah, let's see. Was Tainted Grail? This is because I know for a fact they were doing things before Game Found. Yeah. So Awaken Realms did this one. Why isn't this one on the page? Do I click? If I click on it, does it now show it? It does not. Huh. Well, let's see how this one's going. App, got mine today. Cool, I got it today. Great. Mine arrived today. Maybe I'm confused. The rules seem to indicate my game is too pro. Okay, so this game is out, but that's really anti-consumer and really, I'm going to go. So here's the thing. I would say this is a 2/3 of a point grade bump down for Awaken Realms, but Awaken Realms is Game Found, and Game Found is Awaken Realms. So I'm going to give it 2/3 of a point grade bump down. That feels really kind of crummy. Because I'm trying to think of another popular company that would have a long enough list of games where it would do this, but just to not show the older ones. I see no good reason why they did that, except for they don't want you to go look at them, which seems odd, right? I can't get over that. That's weird. That's weird. If you think that, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. That feels like something that should be fixed. If people want to know what your previous stuff was. Labyrinth Chronicles is more addictive. So I don't know how many big box games they have outstanding. Hopefully someone drop it in the comments, because I can't check. At least not easily that I could find. Labyrinth Chronicles is more addictive than it has any right to be, okay? The classic returns bigger than ever. Not a great quote. Okay. Why back on Game Found? Save 90 euros. Thank you for not converting the currencies, even though you know the majority of people are going to back this from the United States of America, Awaken Realms. Like, feels easy. You didn't do it, though. Core box is 89 euros. That's a great price. Wow, that box feels big. Okay. How much is it? Doesn't feel bad. As a dad, I'm like, yep, this feels like an easy potential Christmas present. 110 bucks, probably shipping somewhere around that. In and out, gameplay, all-in pledge, GameFound exclusives. One of the most fun campaign games I've played in a long time. Okay, that's nice. Click for express crowdfunding. Let's see what this hubbub is about. What's new? Express crowdfunding. We've introduced a new funding mode, adding more flexibility and choices to suit your needs. Okay, stuff, things, hopefully. You know what? I'm not clicking that. Hopefully I'll be able to figure it out myself. Core box content. The stuff, the things, I want it. One of the most popular board games. 30 million units sold. 40 years of tabletop history. Showcase the awards. Great job. Very nice. Now back with an Ultimate 40th Anniversary Edition. Get it faster and cheaper than retail. New adventures in the classic Labyrinth World co-op campaign, plus classic competitive mode, premium, blah, 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 blah. Easy to learn, hard to master, acclaimed by players. We got Komots here. Labyrinth Chronicles core box. Okay. It's the big box. It's 89 euros. That converts to 100. Oh, so 107? Doesn't feel bad. I'm in. How much is it? Feels fine. That's a massive box. It looks like one of those games that my kids will have memories of for a very, very, very long time. If we finish it all and if they enjoy it. The Labyrinth lives and shifts, changing. Yeah, I saw the video. It looked cool. Neat. Oh, okay. Interchangeable. Nice. So you can unlock more tiles. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, showcasing some of the stuff that we're going to be finding in there. 4 main board. And that's what I thought they'd do a little bit in the video, was just showcasing a little bit of the stuff that was going to be unlocked. And they focused a lot more on the shifting of the things, I thought, which was an interesting choice. But for $100, like, that doesn't feel bad. I wish they would have maybe pound their chest a little bit more about how many games it is. Is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 10 campaign sheets, 12 campaign boxes. Okay, I think they did in the video. I might have just forgotten it. That whole thing about GameFound not showing all their previous games really threw me off. During your journey, you will uncover special, because it just feels so intentional, right? Like, oh yeah, it just cuts off. Because it does, it's not like it cut off at a natural spot. There was room for another thing there. Just so I'm not crazy. Like, I want to double check this. Like, there's totally room for another thing next to Agricola. Yeah, there's space right here for your other previous projects, Awaken Realms. So why are they not there? Because this is supposed to be your projects. So the fact that that just feels like the foot on the scale of yeah, I guess that's one of the benefits of running the company, right? But it's like, doesn't look great if people see it, I don't think, right? And then it opens up the question, could I, as a publisher, ask them to be like, hey, could this one be stricken from my thing? Can you take that off for me? Pretty please? You know? Like, Chronicle Binder. Explore narrative chapters and fill your Chronicle Binder slot by slot with cards earned through your action. That looks cool. Rebuilding the fairy tale. Find magnetic village markers and help them. So that part looked fine. They showcased that in the video a couple times, and it looked there. At Journey's End, I think my kids would be more excited about it than maybe I was at first glance. Like, that's the thing. I gotta go into kid mode. When you go into kid mode, like, my kids are freaking out about this. Even more hidden within mission boxes, cool stuff. What's the shipping? I guess that's all I need. Rule book would be nice. Shipping. Mystery boxes. Ooh, yeah. Stuff about mystery boxes. Cool. Look at that. Quests, cards, people, magnets. Okay. Got it. Keep going. Is there more than one pledge level? Yeah. I don't feel like they've done a great job showcasing whatever this express crowdfunding thing is yet. Maybe I'll get there when I get to the rewards. Wow, this is just a lot of scrolling of things. Like, this is just like a gigantic... Oh, an art book? Creeped that one in there, didn't you? All right. 107, 379 people. Okay. But that's only United States. Different languages, 107. 102, good for them. 293 got the sun drop. So they were willing to wait. No, no, they're all express crowdfunding. Those ones are express crowdfunding. So the different languages are not express crowdfunding, and they're the exact same price. Second wave pre-order. Okay. And we have this, the all-in English non-sun drop. So this is the express crowdfunding for the big one with the playmat and the thing and the stuff. That's the one that most people took. But not by a large number, by any stretch of the... No, actually, most people took the standard box, which means you did a really poor job of selling this. What is this again? Oh, it's the art book. Well, thank you for not forcing me to get it. That's nice. I appreciate that. I actually really do. The Labyrinth Chronicles all in 271. Okay. This is the English sun drop. That's a different one. Okay. Those are very varied. I'll give them that. 292, 271, 367, 293, 102, 379. They knew what their customers wanted, and they gave it to them. Kudos. And I think that's a testament to this being a success, I would say. Question mark? Like, let me know what you think about that. The fact that those are so evenly, like, kind of distributed. I mean, 102 for the non-express crowdfunding. 360, no, yeah. 271, yeah. I'd say that's a success. And it's just, so essentially there is an extra step in the process of the sun drop, and that takes longer or something. And so that's fascinating. I like it. It immediately feels like an extra tool that a publisher could have in their tool bag that they may never use, but it's there. Kudos to GameFound, which is Awaken Realms, and Awaken Realms is GameFound, so I'll give a third of a point grade bump up for that, which still leaves you a 1/3 of a point grade bump up for those shenanigans, but not putting all your previous games that you've launched on your platform. Labyrinth Chronicles is more addictive than it has a right to be. Going fully cooperative and adding in unlocks is what the game needed. Okay. Light to learn, but big on dopamine. Every turn leaves you grinning and itching to dive straight into the next chapter. Cool. Awaken Realms, a miniature turn where I thought was, so we got the video dump. Awesome. Good stuff. Yippee. Lots of languages. Love that. Evenly distributed. Good stuff. Quotes in here. Translating the quotes. Even better. Lots of pictures. Just hit me with the shipping. That looks good. It's a good shot. Way better than your main shot. But that's because you have a square. Cool. Minis look great. Just, geez, can I get to the shipping? Just come on. Oh, there's the sun drop. Neat. Rule book. Excellent. It's there. Make an informed decision. Puerto Rico. Oh, I want you. I want you. Oh, yeah, there's a big buzz about how they use artificial intelligence. And I don't know. Somebody said, I saw some scuttlebutt on Facebook that they are, like, GameFound's like, hey, now you have to mention if you use artificial intelligence, but then they're not or something. Is what that it said. I don't know. Let's find out. Awaken Realms, creating amazing board games is always our priority. Main focus. We produce a vast array of board games. We strive for blah, 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 blah. Man, oh, Puerto Rico. If they get the license to Caverna. Oh, my gosh. Okay, we get it. This is great. Shipping. Oh, okay. Cool. This is what I was looking for. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Your pledge is safe with us. And it's 21.23. Didn't convert the currency. Thanks for that. Includes custom duty. The shipping to the United States includes customs duties. So that means that it's going to cost in and out $150. It's legacy-esque, going through the campaign with the kids, unlocking new stuff, creating that. It's okay. But here's the bottom line. It also is a collaboration between Ravensburger and Awaken Realms. And that screams to me that you will be able to get this at retail after the fact if you don't need this next year, right? I point to, say, that dinosaur game. What was it? The one, the Dinosaur Legacy game, the Jurassic Park Legacy game that was put out by, was it Ravensburger? I don't remember who it was, but it was like $150, $160 on GameFound. No, it was Kickstarter, I think, was on that one. And now it's like $30 Amazon discount, like 35, like it's stupidly low. And this one has that feel. Not so much, I'd say 35, but like I think you could totally get this after the fact. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't get the sense of fear of missing out, which is nice, but 150 is a lot. It's a big price tag to swallow. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like it's Kickstarter GameFound reasonable, right? So, and plus, I'm sure the components are going to be top notch. So, how much is it? It's fine. Can you do it? Yeah, as long as you think Awaken Realms and GameFound and Awaken Realms are going to maintain being a company, yes. But typically, I like to go through their track record to see that they ship out their games to people, especially if they do massive boxes full of plastic. And I couldn't do that today because they don't want people seeing their track record or some sort of clerical error that makes it so it doesn't show all their projects in there. Either way, not great. So, can you do it? I'm going to go with an incomplete. Slightly worrying, but yeah, let's be frank, probably. This is going to come out because there's a lot of people that want this. And then how much is it? It's fine. Back without hesitation, but I'll make good use of it. Also, am I backer number 1? Oh, I thought this was a joke. I thought this guy just posted this. He might actually be backer number 1. I'm taking that back. Taking my thumb back. So express funding shipping out when ordered. Okay. Will installment payment be added as a feature later on? Yes, we'll announce when it is up and running. Yeah, I feel like this one kind of feels like a great one to have, and I'm surprised it does not, honestly. Stretch pay is or will be available with Wave 2. Oh. So we don't want stretch pay up front. Wow. This allows you to change, like, so, okay, first day backers, we need the money, wow. That's fascinating. I'm coming around to the Express crowdfunding more as just like a great tool for publishers. Wow. Attention for players and backers. The Dragon Eclipse projects by AR has not been delivered for a long time despite earlier announcements, which is causing understandable frustration among supporters. I'm not judging the company's intentions, but the current situation shows that it is wise to be cautious when funding their future projects and to closely monitor how they fulfill their commitments to the community. That statement is misleading. Dragon Eclipse has already been delivered to a large number of backers, especially English edition. Take that back. Fulfillment is continuing for other languages and regions. Calling it not delivered for a long time, quote unquote, ignores what has actually happened. It unfairly escalates the situation. Yes, there have been delays that's obvious and openly acknowledged by Awaken Realms in their updates to GameFound, but delays are not the same. For what it's worth, AR is 100 times better than Simon, Mythic, Go On Board, Peterson Games, Succubus Publishing, Glass Cannon Unplugged. Ooh, Glass Cannon catches shots, Modifius, Dimensions, Ludus Mega Studio. The list goes on with later issues with follow-ups or even decent communication, let alone whole pledges that never come. Ludus Magnus Studio. What makes the delay for DE not even close to as bad? That game. I can say that compared to a boatload of other companies not even mentioned, AR will take care of things 100% a lot better. Thank you for your comment. It's valuable and consistent with the publisher's policy. I invite you to visit the comment section below. Frustration over communication support. Okay. So, a little bit from one bubbling up. But honestly, if it looks like it's just one, because it's like, here's the bottom line. If there was another massive box that hadn't been shipped out, he'd be like, yeah, but what about this one? This one's also not shipped out. So, once again, I'm not particularly worried about the can you do it, but still, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Hiding the stuff. You broke the maze. What a launch. You crashed the payment system and sold out all Express English all-in Sundrop copies in just over an hour. Oh. Well, how do you do? So this is a whole different thing. This is like selling through print runs? What in the world? Thank you for joining us for our very first Express crowdfunding campaign. We knew today would be exciting. We did not expect it to be this exciting. Within minutes of launch, the traffic and payment volume were so intense that you actually managed to overload the Aiden payment system instead of processing instantly. Some payments needed a few extra minutes to go through. We'll take that as a compliment. Thank you for such an incredible start. So I wonder if that meant some people didn't get it. Like, I wonder how that looked. Like, if you were just trying to back in that very moment, was it like you couldn't back? In just over an hour, all English, all-in Sundrop copies available in Express crowdfunding were completely sold out. On top of that, the English Sundrop Core Box Express stock is now almost gone as well. That said, there are still solid quantities available in the English non-Sundrop Core and all-in versions for Express shipping. If we were aiming for this, is great customer service here. Is Sundrop available in Wave 2? Yes, absolutely. Once again, thank you for the incredible launch. Seeing the community show up with this much energy means a lot to us, especially for something like new like this. Yeah, they're all here for the Express crowdfunding. Really? No, I'm pretty sure they're here for Labyrinth Chronicles and 40 Years of Labyrinth. But no, thank you so much. Especially for something new. Like, I don't, like, were they thinking that people would be like, nah, what is this? I'm scared. I don't understand it. Whatever. Wave 1 is supposed to ship within 7 days. Holy crap! Hence the no stretch pay for those. Aha, Coaster Kamaz. Thank you. Wow. So for all the, that makes everything so much clearer. So, essentially, all the companies that one of the common things that we've had as an issue that companies have is that, like, okay, this isn't a very exciting crowdfunding campaign. Why is it not an exciting crowdfunding campaign? Because they don't have stretch goals. Because it's just a pre-order, right? You're just pre-ordering the game. Sometimes we run into those. We run into them all the time. And so you can't do stretch goals because the game's already on its way from China or whatever. Right? So with this, it's essentially saying, all right, we can stretch goalify the second version of the game. Wow. Such a fantastic concept. I am so excited to see how people abuse this. I'm sure there's going to be somebody who abuses the snot out of this. and find some clever way to do it. But it's really cool. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan. Not taking away that third of a point grade. No sun drop. Well, that saves me a good bit of money. I'm generally an AR fan, but this limited sun drop campaign is despicable and unnecessary. Fear of missing out. Short selling a product as a crowdfunder, then re-celebrating it. Have fun with this one. I'll keep my 150 plus and definitely think twice on my AR campaigns in the future. It's sounding like you guys are moving into the danger zone. If you need to pull this kind of BS, be better AR. What kind of campaign is this? A complete or utter joke? So now we're just blatantly using extreme fear of missing out to drive campaigns? Okay, so my opinion was apparently not the opinions of the people. I would prefer the term hyper fear of missing out. Get better. Express exploiting. Labyrinth Chronicles started to appear in many game stores across Europe for pre-order. All pledges exclude express delivery with significant discount. I've just pre-ordered in Polish Game Store for 16% less than here. If you don't mind to wait, don't pledge here. Oh boy. Okay. So that's interesting. Really need the option to add on the $7 to $9 for the store's gameplay expansion. So silly to have to buy $20 of additional stuff, art book and metal poster just to get the gameplay. Wait. Was there gameplay locked in that malarkey of a thing? Because I was so excited. I was like, oh, you didn't make me buy an art book. I literally complimented you on that. Are you now, in fact, making me buy an art book? Because I'll take back that damn compliment. What is this? Art book, don't care. Metal poster. Labyrinth Chronicles. Personal stories. Wait, what? Optional gameplay module introduces personal quests for your heroes? Everybody's going to want this. What? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, now I see where people are annoyed. Okay, not a fan. Let's keep going. How do I cancel the order? I didn't realize you used AI art. Oh, yeah, okay, so only one person like that. But that was 1053. Why does it matter? The obsession with some people and AI art. AI is simply a tool. Yeah, but they announced that they were making people say that you had to claim you did it. Oh, that they didn't use AI art. Oh, okay. And that's your personal preference. I'm just here to tell you you're wrong. The 4 credit artists are these people. These portfolios show original human-made illustrations. Okay. They're just letting this turn into a flaming dumpster fire. When's the last time they actually came in here and said something? I guess would be my question. Is this guy? Oh, and is that community? Okay, so cool. There we go. And I think it's just because there's so many people here, right? I'm not saying it's been like days. Yeah, that's like today, 10/17. Okay, cool. It's just there's a lot of people chirping about this. Although I support the German version, it can no longer be changed. Do I know to wait? All right. No split pay. Will be a bit later. Check out update number 5. Hi, no tax when shipping to India. Okay, final grade. Wow. That was a lot to take in there at the end. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. I have kids. I like Labyrinth. This seems fun. Opening up the boxes, seeing the new tiles, coming back to the table, leaving it set up. Like, my 3-year-old can totally play with it. Toy factor through the roof. I like Ravensburger as a company. I don't. This might shock somebody. I don't know if I've ever played an Awaken Realms game in my entire life. I'm sure I probably have at some point, but I don't know my hand. But I see their quality, and I think they're a very smart company. Like, a lot of the choices they make, obviously, like picking up like Puerto Rico. Like, how do you turn this game that everyone just considered now to be the little brother of Caverna, and how do you make millions of dollars off of it? Okay, you put everything together, you get new stuff, you deluxify it, and now it's its own thing with a zombie expansion that's going to make millions of dollars later this year. Seems like overblown version of a simple game. It does. It does. I also was commenting earlier about how this one definitely feels like you can get it at retail later for a better price. And the fact that there's already somebody in the comments like, hey, you just go to your friendly local game store, you can get it for 16% less if you're willing to wait. And it's like, that's now. What is that 16% going to be? I don't know, say in 13 months. Or like next year before Christmas when you want this or whatever. So how much is it? I don't feel like they stuck the landing on that one, and they're a victim of their own success, honestly. So like it's not a huge deal. But the price feels fine. It feels fine, component-wise. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. And then do I want it? Yeah, so this should be a rock-solid grade, in theory. But I don't know. I was kind of interested until I saw the size of the box. Yeah, that box is obnoxiously large, which I kind of love for a children's game. But I actually, yeah. I could see that. I wonder if they're going to shrink it down eventually. Then, so how much is it? Yeah. I see how 3D it is. Do you think it's overblown? It looks cool. Yeah, I think it is totally overblown. I think this is going to, but I think it's an heirloom game. I really do. Like, if you love Labyrinth, this feels like one of those games that if you take the time to play through this with your family, have this experience, then this is going to be a game that people are going to want to get out 25, 30 years from now when they have kids. An heirloom game. You'll pass it on to your family. So for that, I'll give him a nod. So final grade's good, I guess. It's a B. I think, yeah, it's B. The whole Express crowdfunding thing seems to be working well, and honestly, I think it's a great tool for publishers. But apparently, people are hating the fact that it's going to create hyper fear of missing out. But once again, I think that's a good thing for publishers, so we're going with a B. What's the situation? Kickstarter. I'm planning on getting Old King's Crown. What do I need to know? I don't know. I was going to check out Old King's Crown potentially next week, but that is Labyrinth Chronicles. Giving it a B. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, is it much ado about nothing, the fact that they don't have all of their games in their creator page, and it looks like it was just clearly cut off when there's room for clearly 2 more right there, and you have other games that you have created. Is that no deal, a deal? Like, wait, let me know. Is that them? Players Manager. And as always, if you have a request for a game, please let me know, and I'll try and get that Old King's Crown next week. Have yourself a good one. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, there's so many tabs open. Which one's this? It's this one. Yep, I can go. I can go.